Welcome, friends, to the Gamer Down. This is your host, Dark Hostess, and today we are looking at Section 8, Prejudice. Brand new game out that I picked up just last night, and I really don't know a whole lot about it, except that it uses the Unreal Engine, so it can't be all that bad. I'm going to bring you through the first 20-ish minutes of this game. So let's settle in for the intro that's coming up here.
With the Earth depleted and dying, entire nations fled to colonize new worlds across the far reaches of space. Often a treacherous and deadly process, early efforts failed. A military force was created to pave the way for billions of settlers and terraform inhospitable worlds. Once colonization was complete, the military force was disbanded, and a new force, the armored infantry, was created as the guardians of a new utopian Earth and its colonies.
I'm gonna ask you again. Where are you getting your technology? Who's been manufacturing your weapons?
You think you'll get answers? You don't even know the right questions!
Captain Corde reporting. General Stone, what did you want me to see? Is that Arm Commander Thorne?
We caught him trying to flee Atlas. His ship's computers contained almost 100 years of highly classified USIF intel.
How is that possible? The Arm is just a colonial militia. Even with an insider, they'd never get information that dated.
Thorne isn't talking, and the Senate command isn't either. They just keep sending waves of fresh reinforcements. Something has them spooked.
We're Section 8. Spooked by what?
Right now, our priority is getting these new troops up to 8th Armored standards. Check in with Sergeant Reyes at the firing range to assist with weapons training.
So that was a nice 3-minute intro right there. And one reason I show the intros is because I feel that they give a lot of information to the game. And now we're in your standard training, to teach you how to play this game. You run through the standard shoot your target course. I mean, how many times have we seen this? I kind of wish they would do away with this little training exercise that they're putting in. They put in every first-person shooter since Call of Duty. It's time to kind of integrate the training with the with the actual game. I mean, These things just seem just so like artificial, you know, like the little training being separate from the rest of the game. I mean, this game does a pretty good job of easing you right into the actual story. But, you know, I've seen much better jobs being done, you know, with other games, such as like Dead Space 2. Like, you know, the training is built right into the game itself, you know, so you learn everything on the first level, and like another one, Bulletstorm, you know, learn everything on the fly, and you're not segregated off into this little training area, but, you know, it isn't too bad. This game seems, you know, fairly solid. It seems like a conglomeration of Crysis and every other first-person shooter you've seen out there. It has like the special suit, which gives you special abilities, such as running quickly and being able to heal yourself. One difference from Crysis is that the suit takes over automatically, which is kind of a nice addition. You know, like one thing I dislike about Crysis 2, which is hard to find anything to dislike about that game, is, you know, you have to select which power you want to use, and this seems to kind of integrate that automatically.
I'm taking these soldiers through the advances in our engineering gear. Use the supply depot to grab.
Next, the tutorial takes you through the loadout and how to have the proper inventory and equipment that you need. And what you must do, like in this part for the tutorial, is do the correct loadout that he asks for. And that's pretty simple. All you have to do is change one thing, but this is what it looks like, and these are the different items that you get to choose from. I'm sure that you get many more further down the road, because there is like a cache symbol at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. As you see, I have no money, and I imagine that you get money as you go, and probably can buy plenty of upgrades. And now that I have some grenades, you know, it's standard. If you've ever played a first-person shooter, then you've played this game before, and you know you can. You know, that's what people want, and that's what people expect. But you know, this game is kind of growing on me. I do like how the controls feel, and I do like all the little extras, such as the suit, and little things like this, like such as hacking the terminals. And being able to take over the turrets and different items.
The control point. You must wait for the virus to override and capture it. Once captured.
So I imagine further in the game, as you capture turrets and different control items, that you can use them for your advantage to, you know, make plans and strategies. And here's the tool that I got in my loadout, my repair tool. And this is what you use to repair the item you just broke, the item you just destroyed, and that's how it works. You must go hack the terminal, and then you must go back and repair the item. I really do like the sprint feature here. You know, it makes moving around much easier. It's not as responsive as I'd like, but I think there is an option to where you select it instead of it kicking in automatically. And that's how I have everything right now, just to show you for this demonstration purpose. And now, this is a pretty neat little part here. This is the drop ship. And as you saw in the intro, you seem to make your entrance from the air. And you do it in style. And they have some, you know, really cool models. This is the Unreal Engine, and some of these models are, you know, kind of looking a little familiar. But, you know, who can't love this? You know, jumping out of a, you know, a drop ship such as this, and hurtling towards the Earth at hundreds of miles an hour. You know, yeah, that's fun. You know, you can't ask for more than that, really. And there comes your buddies, and that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they added like all the little details such as that, like as your friends, you know, are landing. Some games, you know, they forget the little details like that, and it's like you just go by yourself, and all your friends just miraculously show up, you know, on the ground. And now we're moving over to the jetpack section, and this is the introduction to the jetpack. So that's another really cool item that you get. You get a jetpack. Now, I kind of fumbled this course a little bit, so I did pass this course. So it's obviously not very hard. If I can get through this course right here, anybody can do it. I'm sure that it would be a little bit easier with a gamepad. That it's not too bad with the keyboard and mouse.
Now jet back over the wall and sprint to platform 1.
This little obstacle course here was a little intense, but anything with a timer, and not to mention I kind of borked it up a little bit. I made it through this part, thankfully, but I kind of borked up the next part. And it's not too bad. I still made it through the course, so it's obviously not too hard. It leaves you room for some errors at least. And like I said, a gamepad would probably do wonders. The sprint seems to be a little, have kind of a mind of its own. It kind of kicked in right there at the last second, and it made me overshoot the target. And thankfully, it gives you another chance to start right where you left off, pretty much. And here I go again. Yeah, I made it that time. And all you have to do is just use the skills you've learned, with the shooting and pressing control to lock on a moving target. That makes things really easy with that, that little control button there. It locks on anything moving and not moving. So that makes things really easy. And I made it over the really long jump there, right into a slag pit of sorts. But I got around it. It wasn't too bad. Then I get hung up on the environment. I tend to do that quite often, so you're going to have to forgive me for that. It's just one of those things.
I need your assistance. Report to the brig.
On my way, General.
At least the scenery is quite beautiful. Kind of tropical island. Yeah, this game, I think it's a pretty cool game. It's not too bad. It has a lot of the things that you would expect, and from a Crisis type clone game. And it's pretty exciting. It has a pretty good story. You are the terraforming warriors of the future. That's pretty much the plot line. You go to alien worlds, I believe that's what they are implying, and then you take over the world and terraform it. So I guess you just kick out the hostiles and make it your own. And now we have to meet up with one of the head honchos. That sprint has a little kick to it, and yeah, overshot him. And I couldn't find the guy at first. There he is. I hear his voice. Yeah, everything's going to hell now. I believe that the training session is done. The tutorial, at least. Yep, hell's breaking loose. Now come the hostiles. This seems to be like some sort of prison facility, and a prison break is going on right now. And what you must do is protect the facility and all of the turrets and all that good stuff. Make sure all the enemy combatants go down. The standard fare for a first-person shooter. And it's a pretty fun game. Pretty fun game so far.
Scan in progress, sir. You're good, Captain. Move along. Sentry tower straight ahead.
And now the actual real game starts, now that the tutorial is over. Once you go up this elevator, then you get a perspective on what's happening.
General, we have a problem. Incoming!
It's a jailbreak! Our brig is under attack. The arm of Orion has come for Commander Thorne. Corde, clear the satellite field, then get to the brig.
And now we finally get to kick a little A. Yeah, the combat, it's pretty nice. It's the Unreal Engine. So if you've ever played that, and I'm sure you have, if you've ever played a first-person shooter before, I'm sure you've run across the Unreal Engine. And it's it's very satisfying gameplay. The story also isn't too bad. It has kind of a Greek mythology influence, as you heard, like with the Arm of Orion. They're the ones making the jailbreak here. And as you saw, your leader earlier had a vague resemblance to Caesar. So they have this whole Greek mythology type thing underlying. And you are a member of Section 8. And I thought Section 8 meant that you were going bankrupt or something like that. Anyhow, they are Section 8. They are the elite terraforming force. And what the story says is, like, they go to alien worlds and basically knock out all the inhabitants there and then terraform it and make it into an Earth 2 or Earth 3 or whatever. So yeah, here's the this is the meat of the story. This is your first basic mission, and you have to stop this jailbreak, and that's just basically just kill everything. Yeah, well, that's what we buy these first-person shooters for, to have this exciting experience, and this is a pretty exciting game. If I had to rate this game, and I would give it probably like a 7 out of 10. I'd say that's a pretty fair, accurate assumption of what this game is capable of. The graphics, they're really good. The gameplay is really good, which you can expect with the Unreal Engine. I mean, once you see that something has the Unreal Engine, you can expect a certain level. The graphics are usually about 7 out of 10. That's about usually what almost all the Unreal Engine games are. I've never seen a 10 out of 10 Unreal Engine game, but there might be one out there. But yeah, the story's pretty good. It keeps you involved, and it keeps you wondering what's going to happen next. And I like this game. It's a pretty good game.
They're destroying the transports! Bastards are picking off our dropships on their way out!
They're trying to stop us from following. Get to the airfield and defend our ships.
So to the airfield I go to defend some ships. Yeah. So that's basically it. You just go objective to objective. You are in this tight script. You are ridden on rails, and that's how most first-person shooter games are these days. You are ridden on a rail. You're driven through the complete story on a linear path, and that's what this game is. So don't expect anything new or exciting in that department. Don't expect Grand Theft Auto-ish. It's not an open world or anything, but it's all right. These games, these scripted games, they tell a story. That's what they are designed to do, and there's a reason games are scripted. If they weren't scripted, it would just be too impossible. It's very hard to make a game like a Grand Theft Auto, and there's a reason Rockstar is so awesome at it and does such a great job, because that's what they focus on. And it's not an easy task what Rockstar has accomplished, and that's why these first-person shooter games have to be in these tight scripts, because it's just way too difficult to make an open world-ish, and have multiple paths and linear paths. But what kind of sucks about that is the replayability goes down the drain. You're going to play this game once and maybe twice maximum, and you're going to be tired of it. There is a multiplayer mode, which looks pretty good. I didn't show it on this video because we're already approaching 20 minutes, and I don't like to make these videos way too long. And I think 20 minutes is plenty enough time to let you know that you can see for yourself if you're going to like this game. And with me talking the entire time, especially, it's not easy to talk for 20 minutes straight. But yeah, it's alright.
We've lost another dropship. There's only one left. Protect it at all costs.
So I'm going off to defend my last dropship. So, Section 8, Prejudice. This is a pretty good game. It's worth buying, and you'll get the amount of entertainment for your dollar. You know, you'll get your $50 worth of entertainment. You know, I know it's very subjective to say how much your dollar is worth and how much per hour your dollar is worth. Some people might find this game a complete ripoff, but you've had a good 20 minutes to check this game out, and you know, you can judge for yourself, and you've heard my opinions. And this has been your host, Dark Hostess. The channel name is The Gamer Down, providing all types of gaming content. Thumbs up videos you like, and subscribe. That really helps out a lot. Take care.